Chiefs fans, we have the full schedule that will reveal for 2025 coming up in just a moment. But now that we know the opponents, let's get the good vibes going right away, folks. If you want the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, like today's video. If we get at least 500 likes on today's show, I guarantee another Lombardi trophy is headed to Kansas City. Do your part. Hit that like button. We'll get started with today's show. Well, you don't need to wait till 7 o'clock Central Time tonight for the Chiefs' schedule release, as it's been leaked, and we have the full slate of games for you, weeks 1 through 18 for your Kansas City Chiefs here on this edition of the Chiefs Report. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. Let's get right to it. Week 1, you already knew this. The Kansas City Chiefs will open up the season against the Los Angeles Chargers in Brazil on a Friday night. That game will be seen for the first time ever exclusively on YouTube. Then week 2, it's a Super Bowl rematch as the Chiefs square off against the Philadelphia Eagles at home. And then week 3, they will stay within that same division as they travel to New York for their first primetime game of the season. Technically, the Friday night game in Brazil is not considered primetime by the NFL terms, but nonetheless, a Sunday night game against the New York Giants from MetLife Stadium there week 3. And then week 4, they will face the Baltimore Ravens in a home contest. That'll be an afternoon game on a Sunday. Then week 5, it is a Monday Night Football matchup against the Jacksonville Jaguars as Trevor Lawrence and company square off against Patrick Mahomes. That'll be a road game. Week 6, another primetime matchup as they will face the Detroit Lions on Sunday Night Football, and that game will be at home. Week 7, the Chiefs will square off against the Las Vegas Raiders. That will be a home contest. And then week 8, they will take on the Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels and company coming to Kansas City for the first time with him and Dan Quinn on Monday Night Football there on week 8. Week 9, it is a rematch of the AFC Championship game. The Chiefs head to Buffalo for the potential of the first of 2 meetings this season as the Buffalo Bills looking for some revenge, and they've had an advantage on the Chiefs in the regular season contest. Week 10, it is a bye week, and personally I think that's a good spot for the bye week as you're just past the halfway point of the season. Week 11, they'll take on the Denver Broncos on the road at Mile High. Week 12, they return home to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Then week 13, the Chiefs will square off against the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Yes, you heard that right. The Chiefs are going to play not 1, but 2 holiday contests on Thanksgiving and Christmas. More on that Christmas matchup here in just a bit. The Chiefs, the most watched team in the NFL. The Cowboys, historically, the most watched team in football. I'm going to tell you this right now. That's going to be the highest rated regular season game of all time. Then in week 14, the Chiefs will take on the Texans on Sunday Night Football after a couple extra days off from playing the Thanksgiving game against Dallas. Week 15, they will face the Los Angeles Chargers at home. Then week 16, it's a trip to Broadway as they will face the Tennessee Titans on the road. Week 17, another Thursday contest, this one on Christmas on Amazon Prime Video as they face the Denver Broncos. And then they'll wrap up the regular season. Week 18, rivalry week. You always play a divisional team. This year, it's on the road against the Las Vegas Raiders there at Arrowhead West. So that is the full schedule. We're going to break down some of the key matchups here in just a bit, but I want to hear from you guys. What do you think the Chiefs' record will be in 2025? They won 15 games a season ago. I know there's going to be some people that think they can win 17. I won't go that far. What do you guys think? How many games will the Chiefs win? They are facing 8 teams in a total of 10 games that made the playoffs last year. Get your predictions in the comments section. Let us know how many games you think the Kansas City Chiefs will win this year. Today's show is sponsored by the Hall of Fame app. Have you ever been one leg away from hitting a massive parlay, but it got ruined by an unlucky buzzer beater, maybe an unexpected strikeout, or even a blocked field goal? We've all been there. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of throwing money at parlays that I have a good gut feeling about. That's where the HOF app has completely changed the game. The HOF app was founded by huge sports fans who just happened to be giant data nerds that graduated from Ivy League schools. The HOF app is going to give you a leg up on Vegas by using historical data, matchup grades, leg correlation tools, and player performance insights. I've won multiple parlays recently, which included the under on the Pacers Cavs Game 5. With a 4.9 rating in the App Store and over 6,000 five-star reviews, it's safe to say the HOF app has already helped a lot of people win smarter. For a limited time only, our listeners not only get a 7-day free trial, but they also get 50% off their first month when they use code CHAT at checkout. Just download the HOF app on iOS or Android, enter code CHAT, and you're all set. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. So let's take a closer look now at some of the key matchups. It's exciting playing the Chargers in Brazil, and the Chargers not protecting that game, giving up that home game, making it a neutral site. I do like, for the Chiefs' sake, that they are the road team, that they didn't have to give up a home game for that matchup against the Chargers. But how about that Super Bowl rematch against the Philadelphia Eagles? The Eagles won not just the Super Bowl this past February, but the last time these two teams met in Kansas City, it was Jason Kelsey's last matchup against his brother. They got the best of the Kansas City Chiefs in that head-to-head battle. The Chiefs, it's not going to necessarily be revenge on their minds, as you can't make up for what you did losing in that Super Bowl a season ago. But nonetheless, I think it's going to be very exciting that these two teams are going to take the field together, Jalen Hurts and company, and a good test as well with how that offensive line stacks up early. Philadelphia had the best defensive line in football last year. The Chiefs have made some major changes, and you want to see right away, have you invested enough to improve that offensive line? That's a great early test for the Chiefs week 2 there. And then some of these other games here. We mentioned the Monday night game against the Jags, but how about week 6 against the Detroit Lions? The last time the Lions came to Kansas City, they spoiled the banner night when the Chiefs celebrated the Super Bowl victory that they had against the San Francisco 49ers, and the Lions got to have one of their biggest wins in franchise history that night. Now you take them on Sunday Night Football. This team was the number 1 seed in the NFC last year. They are expecting to get back to the top of the NFC this year, and this would be a huge game for the Detroit Lions. The Lions with a high-powered offense as well. I'd have to think there's a lot of points that are going to go around in this game. It should be a classic shootout between these two teams. Can't wait to see what the Chiefs do against Detroit there. So let's ask you, when you look ahead to that matchup, Week 6, Kansas City and Detroit, who do you like? You going with the Chiefs or you going with the Detroit Lions? Get your early predictions in now. Who you think wins this contest? Type KC for Chiefs. Type DET for Detroit. Weigh in and let us know how you think this game plays out. Folks, we are going to be covering the Kansas City Chiefs all season, all off-season, all year long here on the channel. We're going to have watch parties for a lot of these games that we're talking about throughout the season here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. We also bring you our daily news and rumors. We have live shows each and every Tuesday, breaking news, Q&A mailbags, and more. This is your one-stop shop for all things Kansas City Chiefs. If you love the Chiefs, you've come to the right place. I want to get at least 20 new subs off today's video. Never miss a moment of everything Kansas City Chiefs right here on the channel. Subscribe now for free, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. Looking at the other games, that Bills game is going to be something else, my friends. And the Bills, Josh Allen company, they've had their way with the Kansas City Chiefs in the regular season. And you better believe the Chiefs are fully aware of that, of how well Buffalo has looked in these matchups. But fortunately, things have gone right for the Kansas City Chiefs when they've won the more important games in the playoffs between these two teams. And the Bills, I think what we've seen based on the way people have talked about the Buffalo Bills, the way they tried to anoint Josh Allen in this team as trying to take over the AFC, this game over time has become personal for the Kansas City Chiefs. This isn't just any regular season matchup. I think the Chiefs want to do everything they can to win this game and prove that they belong, that they are among the best there in the AFC and take down Buffalo and get that win there. I can't wait to see how that game plays out on that front. Let's talk about some of the other matchups here. You have a Week 13 contest against the Dallas Cowboys. The ratings are going to be incredible for this game. I don't know what the Cowboys are going to look by that point in the season. You look at them on paper, they have a fantastic offensive line. You got a franchise quarterback in Dak Prescott. You got two really good receivers in CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, a good tight end in Peyton Hendershot as well. But the defense, you got Micah Parsons, but you got some missing pieces there. And I'm not sold on their new head coach in Brian Schottenheimer. I will say this, Kansas City to Arlington is not a bad trip at all. And you also think about another element to this. There's a lot of Chiefs fans that are within the state of Texas or in Oklahoma or Arkansas. I think they're going to be well represented, and it'll be a very happy Thanksgiving. They'll be feasting on the Dallas Cowboys there for that contest there on Thanksgiving. Should be a lot of fun to see how that plays out. What Chiefs game are you looking forward to the most? Weigh in the comment section right now and tell me what that game is. What comes to mind? Give me a game that excites you more than the others. Weigh in, let us know. The final three games to talk about at the Tennessee Titans. I don't think the Titans are going to be very good, but any excuse to go see your favorite team play and a trip to Nashville, sign me up. That sounds like a hell of a time. The Broncos match up on Christmas. 2 games on holidays this year, and it's a reward for the Chiefs. I know it's frustrating for some folks that, hey, I would like to spend time with my family, but instead I got to watch my favorite team play. Believe me, I understand that, folks. But this is what Clark Hunt and the Kansas City Chiefs have wanted. They have said, we want to be a part of these marquee matchups. We want to play on the biggest stage, and you add in the international matchup to the equation. Clark Hunt has talked about they want to be the world's team. And if you want to build a brand, if you want to be that team, playing on Christmas certainly helps in that capacity as far as that goes. And I think it'd be a great opportunity, and there's no reason to think that they shouldn't win. And by that point, at Week 17, that might be a game that decides if they're going to have home field advantage in the AFC. That could be a critical game. Maybe the Chiefs take care of business and they're already resting their starters by the time they get to this game as well. What will be the Chiefs' record this season? Here's your chance to give us your official prediction of how things will play out in 2025. Write in the comments section. Tell us how you think this year is going to go for the Kansas City Chiefs. Appreciate you joining us here on this edition of the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Continuing coverage all year, all season long right here on the channel. If you want the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, smash that like button. We certainly would appreciate it. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time here on the channel.